today we're looking at the JTO West Japan Tour Night 4, which is on their YouTube page. It was from the shot on the 9th of November. It's from a while ago, but I like putting a JTO show in Wrestling Christmas. Doesn't seem like Christmas if I don't. So I'm going to put one in. This is at Druki's Yunai Ring Arena in Yunai, Yamaguchi, Japan. 57 in attendance, and boy, were they loud. You can find it on YouTube. There's an official video out there. It was released on the 27th of November. This is the most recent one. I love JTO. It's Taka Michinoku's kind of like feeder promotion. And it's just so much fun. And it's just pure wrestling. And there's not a lot of storyline. You kind of all... There's enough. There's enough to keep you going. And that's fine. I like it. And the matches are always high quality. And his crew are always exceptionally good. And they're going on to do greater and bigger things. So that's the main thing as far as the promotion's concerned. That's kind of the point. He doesn't want his wrestlers hanging around there too long. They're supposed to go off and have careers. Anyway, the show opened with a dark match, which isn't on the YouTube promotion. It's Mio, Genta Yubari, and Miyamasa tagging with Vanvert Negro, and they defeated Bomatatsuyu, Daisy Kogashima, and Gaita in 11 minutes and 8 seconds. But the show actually opens with Taka Michinoko and Junosuke in a 9-minute 30 match. Junosuke is so new, he doesn't even have a cage match page, which will tell you how, new he is. Taka Michinoko is obviously a legend, even the rookie wasn't going to beat him. But it's obvious, how well Taka, looks after the young people in this promotion. He won. He was going to win. He was the veteran. But he made him... He really gave him a chance to show off. And he gave him 9 minutes and 30 seconds to really give him a platform to show off his moves and grow a little bit more. And the only way he's going to learn is by wrestling these matches. So it was a fun kind of growing experience. And 9 minutes 30 seconds for a rookie is pretty long. It's doing an awful lot. And the rest of these matches were all title matches. And that'll tell you how well these things were going. Akihara Jumonji defeated Vanvert Jack 10 minutes and 53 seconds. This was for the Independent Junior Heavyweight Championship. This was fantastic. Kind of shoot style versus lucha. Good mix and match of styles. Thoroughly enjoyed it. We say so often on this show, styles make fights. And this was a really good example of a heavy striker coming up against a junior heavyweight. Really enjoyed it. Kind of a theme for the evening, to be honest with you. This was so much fun. Kind of went out into the crowd a little bit. A proper junior heavyweight championship match at a fairly high level. 10 minutes and 53 seconds. They went a fair while as well. Just a fun, enjoyable watch. And which is, you just kind of roll along with JTO. It just goes on and it's just nice. It's a one-camera shoot in a tiny, tiny arena. And they've done bigger production shows. They occasionally go to Kurikan Hall. But this is kind of the house show circuit. And that's kind of what Wrestling Christmas is about. Trying to give you experiences of things that you don't normally see. So go watch this because it's free. Free wrestling is better than wrestling that is expensive. This is incredibly sponsored as well. Taka has outdone himself finding the number of sponsors. There's 3 pages of sponsors at the beginning of this event. Because obviously 57 people in the crowd not making it pay. But when you're running a full-time promotion, you need income. And Taka's found some. He's a very smart businessman. Tag team title match. Rhythm and Tomoko Inaba, who are the current champions, defeated Koko Mizuha, I think. 12 minutes and 13 seconds. Love Rhythm. I always love a wrestler with a tail. Any wrestler's got a tail, going to be awesome. Just absolutely fantastic. It's always going to be a rocking time if you've got a tail and a mask. Preferably tail mask combo. Always going to be good. Koko and Mizuha were game challengers. We've watched a lot of Tomoko Inaba on this show because she did spend a lot of time in Glate and in other places as well. She's kind of the rising star of the women's division. Oh, they're all good. And this was a good example of how good they are. Crisp tag team maneuvers. The champions are exceptionally good at that. Mizuha and Koko, two masked wrestlers. Mizuha has only been wrestling for a year, which you really don't see because she's exceptionally well versed. And Koko, of course, has been wrestling for 2 years, and she's 15, because of course she is. Rhythm is 24 years old. She's been wrestling for 6 years. And Tomoko Inaba, I believe, was 17 at the time. She's 23. So it's a sister. She's 23. She's been wrestling for 6 years because, again, of course she has, because she started when she was 17. But a wonderful match, and you really don't see how young these people are. They're just well versed and balanced and poised, and it makes for a great tag team match. Next up was the JTO Openweight Championship, which is the top title for the men in the company. The current champion is Ibuki. He wrestles out of a faction. Well, he's actually a member of 2 factions. The one on current display is Mio and Genesis. And lots of his teammates were at ringside in this particular match. Actually, I think it's probably Genesis because Akira Jumanji is one of them and he's not in Mio. So yes, Ibuki was the current champion. He successfully defended against Thunder Masami. This was really heavy-hitting stuff. Thunder Masami's 1 year in. He's a 20-year. He's 20 years old. He's not a 20-year pro. He's a 1-year pro. Ibuki's 28. He's a 3-year pro and has loads of presence as a heel. Masami, kind of in the mold of Kyo Kiyomiya, very clean-cut babyface, kind of very direct kind of person, and I like that kind of contrast in these two. Ibuki is exceptionally talented. He doesn't really use shortcuts to get where he wants to be. He's just really good. Wins this with a submission, and he was really trying to take Thunder Masami's home with him. So a lot of fun to watch this one. And the main event time was JTO Girls title, which is the big title for the women in the company, and arguably 2 of the biggest names in the company as far as the women is concerned. Azusa Inaba, who is 18 years old. This was done just before her 18th birthday. She's a 2-year pro. She is fantastic and is an exceptional wrestler in her own right. AOI is 23 years old. She's a 4-year pro. We've been watching her a lot because she was in Diamond Egotist in GLEAT, and was the second in command to Miyagi over there. And they just started off as a chain wrestling match. It started off the way it should do for a main event. It was slow paced. It took its time. They felt each other out, and then it went full throttle. It was a fantastic main event, thoroughly enjoyable. And again, it's not hard to run a wrestling promotion, and Taka has it down. Okay, get these young kids, teach them what to do, create main event level wrestlers, and that's really his goal. And AOI and Inaba are main event level wrestlers. And the crowd were hot for the show from beginning to end. From the first moment you into it, the fans were into it, and they never left. There wasn't a lot of them, but they made a lot of noise, and that's what makes this a fun wrestling match to watch, fun wrestling card to watch. Strongly recommend is the Troopany shows, the Today At shows on the Troopany show channels. Recommendation for this match. I'm having a coffee at the minute, as you can probably tell, and I have to go for my tea now. But I'm glad you for listening to me today in this short little Today At review, which is what we try and do with the Today At Christmas special. You can find me at Twitter. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky and PixelFed and Instagram. I'm Sheriff Lone Star most of them on Instagram. I am Sheriff Lone Star TX. You can find the show on Twitter, Blue Sky, and Instagram as Troopany Show. We should be back tomorrow with more Wrestling Christmas. Take care. Bye.